When the circus was at their previous spot on Iron in Kentucky, I saw some folks perform at the Vaudevillingham show, and that was probably about 6 years ago, and was just super inspired. I grew up as a dancer and also have a foot injury, so it felt kind of serendipitous to see this and be super inspired by Dream and PJ, were some of the first performers I saw there, and just knew it was something I had to do.
I think once I started being on the equipment, I was sold. But I like working with all different kinds of parameters, so sometimes I'll be like a go-go girl in a hoop, or working at a rave in front of 10,000 people tripping their balls off. So that's fine. It's certainly not my creative work, but it's interesting. You gotta be original, and you also have to be really self-motivated. So without the guild being there but not being there too much, you know, I don't think my work would be as good.
Creating each act is different. Some of them just come right together, and some of them it's just like banging my head against it the whole time, and they both can have good results. It's really hard for me every day, even after 10 years, and you try something for the first time and it's really hard, and then it gets a little easier, and so you do something harder, and that's just always the way it is. So we're all in here together, struggling and hopefully enjoying most of that. I never thought that I would be a performer, but I stayed into it, and here I am, 40 years old and a professional athlete.
Well, it started for me back in a long time ago when I was interested in trapeze, and I thought I would make one with a large stick and some webbing in between trees, and I would dangle off of it, and I didn't know what I was doing, nor was it very safe, but the stick never broke.
That's good.
Everything worked out. Then after dangling on that, I went to circus school in San Francisco.
So it wasn't until my youngest was almost 4 that I took a workshop with Dream and Laura, and then I was totally hooked at age 37. Could have been a midlife crisis, maybe.
Ooh.
Probably was.
Could have got a Corvette, but you decided no.
I took up aerial acrobatics.
She's got some good muscles, too.
It's been working on
Big
muscles.
honkers.
Like being upside down and physically in pain a lot, I guess.
Oh, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous sport, and so you just have to learn everything really low, and then you graduate up to learning things higher and higher, and people always, when you do a big drop, they get excited. Mainly my performances over the years have been for corporate events, so I have an act where I perform as a caterpillar and go into a cocoon and pull out costume wings. And they want Cirque style, so of course it's like Cirque style makeup and character costumes and wigs, and I kind of like that. Like my butterfly, it's like a creature, it's not just a girl on the fabric. So I think that's always been my thing, is to be something other than a person.
I put a silicone tail on, and I do kind of events and ambiance and everything like that, where I interact with the kids, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little side thing that I do. I'm up in the air and I'm in the sea, so. This is definitely my second home. If I'm not at home, I'm here. Everybody here is so talented. They put everything into what they do, and we're a big family here. We're picking each other up, we're helping each other out. We're working with each other as well. Like some people like to work on acts together. Some of them travel together. It's a big family.